Alright everyone, welcome back to our 4v4 Gunslinger against Divine Generation. Because it is Gunslinger, Dhan returns with his Shadow Paladin versus Shotaro for Gold Paladin.
We have to see what happens from here. Because I forgot how this this matchup can be good for Gold Paladins if done right. Also, interesting story. Mythos, you know the 12k generation break attacker?
Yeah.
I look at his lore. He's part of the bluish flame department of the Royal Paladins.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Using an experimental new division that uses ancient technology.
Well done.
Well, I feel a type of way because I have to sit. There's a Pokemon I want, and I have to sit here for fucking ever. Damn it.
Are you trying to get Feebas?
Yes, I am.
It's sad how I knew that immediately, and that's my least favorite of the generations.
The only reason why I'm getting Feebas is for Milotech.
The same could be said for anyone who puts a Feebas in their
What
boss
the actual fuck? Are you serious?
I'm confused.
Guess what? First one's a Feebas.
It said catch me. I want to be a
I want a
Milotic.
female one, though. I don't want a male one.
Oop.
Does it matter? Men
Yes.
can be beautiful.
Kind of, yes.
It still matters.
I'm weird when it comes to certain Pokemon.
It's okay, I'm weird because I have a specific gender I like for each of my Eevee evolutions.
That's not. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I guess.
It's the same
Espeon
thing,
better be
so-
the female one.
It is. Okay.
Okay, I was about to say because if Umbreon wasn't.
No,
I would be
Umbreon's
very,
a guy. Flareon's a guy. Jolteon's a guy.
Actually, it makes more sense for Umbreon to be the female.
No!
No, it
Anyways.
Umbreon, the name is based on Umber Witch.
It's still a guy. Anyways, actually I think those are the only three. Because
Draw Trigger and Mana were the
Leafeon-
twin drive, by the way.
Because Glaceon, Leafeon, Vaporeon, Espeon, and Sylveon I have all as female. So yeah, it was only the three guys. Love how the game changed as I was talking about EVs. And I
Oh,
wasn't even
that's-
paying
well-
attention to the goddamn
Well,
game.
I was paying attention and actually saying what was going on the screen.
Clearly.
Nobody cares about you though, Nova.
No one cares.
Also, Bruno in the rear guard to make up for the fact that Catchbull was retired.
You mean Coronagol? Catchgall's the stand
They're
trigger.
both blue dogs with flames.
Catchgall's the stand trigger.
Racist.
Dog is not a race.
Racist.
Racist!
Dog is not a race.
Racist.
If you can tell me how blue or dog is a race, then
Blue
I
can be
will-
a race. Can't it?
no.
A dog is a race.
I thought it's a species.
It's a species.
It's a species.
It's still a race,
Yes.
though, I guess.
But if we humanize them, I don't know if that was the right word or not.
Probably not.
Oh yeah, it is.
21, 31, 41. That's a new pass.
Don't know why I said that.
I don't know why I said. I didn't realize. I'm drunk.
Anyways.
So that's probably gonna hit. Oh.
Doesn't that have to hit
Shotaro
Vanguard
could
to
have.
do the thing?
Yeah, that's why I was gonna say Shotaro could have hit the Vanguard and gotten the skill off, but I guess he didn't want to give Dan 4 damage because he'd have 2 unflipped.
I was thinking it was the fact that it would get rid of more Revengers.
Well, that too. It's both. But I think it was just mostly the fact that he didn't want to unflip damage yet.
Ah.
Which means he probably isn't in a position where he can deal with that skill. Which wouldn't surprise me.
But now he has to deal with Stride.
which is a little worse. Well,
Perfect
not
guard, yay! I don't know what that was.
Guard.
perfect guard. Perfect guard, Mordred Phantom, and draw trigger.
Oh, so Shotaro skipped a little ahead, but
He didn't realize Swordbreaker had the ability to attack because the draw trigger actually didn't show. It technically wasn't his fault because the draw trigger literally didn't show up as a check. I had
true.
to pick you just to know what happened.
Okay, so now it's Shotaro's turn to stride. Drops Percival for harmonic.
In that situation, depending on his drop at the time, yeah, I would have rolled Percival to get some field.
Perfect guard. He would have gotten a Bruno. A draw trigger. Something. And Naglavail.
So keep in mind that Legion shuffles before you check top 4.
Good point. I forgot.
It could have actually altered his drive checks in a better position than what he got, but I guess the draw trigger is a good thing.
And now we stride again.
Because why not?
Because why
At this
the
point,
fuck
Dan,
not?
at this point, Dan is just using stride to try to get Revengers into his hand, so that he has the ability to play them down later.
Shotaro no
He's also
guards.
doing everything in his power. That's a draw trigger, Masquerade grade 1, and heal trigger. Dan is also doing everything in his power to protect his Revengers, to make sure that Shotaro can't snipe them with attacks and whatnot.
Now it's Shotaro's turn to stride again. Drops a core.
I want to say that Shotaro is relying too heavily on stride for a deck that's not supposed to even worry that much about it. Just based on what I'm seeing so far.
The army of Bruno, though.
And he gets something out of it.
There was a Corona Gall in there.
It's between Corona Go and 2 draw trick and
2
2
crits.
Corona Go is the better choice.
Clearly, Corona Gall.
I would have been the troll to call the one with the crits.
He should be looking to re-Legion by this point. No guards,
Quintet.
Ingrain, Fallon, and
Fallon.
he actually messed up his drive checks because he would have double crit had he not Superior called.
Yeah.
One thing I've noticed that Shotaro's deck doesn't do is that it's not really built to chain call. Or if it is, he's not getting the situation where he can do it.
Gotta go after the Swordbreaker, because nothing else. But
Nothing else can hit. And for some reason, he
He guards
defended it.
Huh.
It's kind of strange to guard it, but
Not really at the same time, because I think I know what he's doing.
there's Phantom Blaster Abyss.
Which means shit's gonna go to hell. Didn't get a trigger on that first check.
Which means all of these other attacks are full power.
And he's gonna have to deal with the restand. Uses the quintet. 21,
He
31.
gets 2 10Ks and 2 5Ks, enough to no pass.
I don't know what the second check was. Apparently nothing.
He checked Doran and Blaster Dark Revenger.
21, 31.
36.
He has enough to no pass with that hand, though.
And a heal trigger came out of that check. Shotaro has to really come from behind at this point, and okay, so he rides Prominence. He's gonna re-Legion, get some of his triggers back, which is the best thing he can do in this situation.
Puts back
Unfortunately,
a
at
crit, a
this
heal,
point,
a crit, and an Aglobill.
technically, Shotaro has a good field, except for one problem. For it to be a truly good field, he has to call one more unit from hand to do Prominence Core skill. And instead of doing that, he just retires one of the units that he could have gotten. Okay.
You got Percival.
He missed. He just put 2 heal triggers to the bottom of the deck, though.
Yeah.
This deck doesn't look like it catch goals at all, which means he has no ability to shuffle his deck other than Legion.
Perfect guard. Heal trigger, thank God.
Well, he just put 2 at the bottom, so the fact that that other one came up is actually...
I know.
It's kind of unlikely, but it's good that it happened.
Attacks.
I'll say now, Shotaro doesn't have enough units that Superior Call in his deck.
And we have Free Legion on the other side. I think this might
Like,
be game.
I'm looking at this and I just feel like his deck is designed more for power than for Superior Calling and field setup.
I think this might be game.
Like, he had probably the best kind of, the best type of field that a Gold Paladin player could ask for. And he retired one of the units that was good for that, partially because his deck isn't even built to utilize what he had.
I think it's over.
Even if this isn't a crit, and the second check was not a crit, it was a Mordred Phantom. Shotaro needs a quintet wall at best to guard this, and he doesn't have it. And unfortunately, that's critical trigger, which means Shotaro can't win.
Oh boy.
There's a heal trigger,
That's all
but
4.
we already know 2 are at the bottom because he can't shuffle.
Alright, well, that's this game. We'll be moving on to the next one here shortly enough. Catch y'all soon.